So if I'm going to do this, number one, my challenges are not my limitations. Number two, when I struggle, I'm going to face my accuser. When I struggle in life, I'm going to face my accuser, because here's the thing. In the back of my mind, when I try to accomplish big things, when I say, God, I want to put you at the foremost of my relationship. I want to make sure that when it comes to my family relationship that you're number one. There's an accuser that comes and he says, wait a minute, I'm going to mess all of that up. I had a conversation with someone recently where they're talking about, man, before I started living for God, everything was kind of easy. But as soon as I started to try to put these pieces together, all of these challenges started to come. And that's because the Bible says in the book of John, there's the enemy that seeks to kill, steal, and destroy our lives. And as long as we're ineffective in our witness, he says, Cole, keep doing that. You're not affecting me at all. But as soon as we start to have some sort of impact, the enemy says, wait a minute, I'm going to stop that. And I'm going to stop it by coming and bringing arrows into your life, saying I'm going to stop you from having success in that area. And often it comes in the era of accusations against us. Keep your finger in Exodus where we are. I want to flip back to the end of the Old Testament. Look at a couple of verses real quick. In Zechariah, the book of Zechariah, the second to last book of the Old Testament, Zechariah chapter 3, verses 1 through 5, it says this. Then he showed to Zechariah, he showed him, talking about Joshua, the high priest, he showed Joshua, the high priest, standing before the angel of the Lord, and Satan is standing at his right hand to accuse him. So Satan is coming as the accuser of the high priest, and he's the accuser of the high priest, he's also the accuser of us. It's often his voice in the back of our head that's seeking to steal, kill, and destroy us. And when we try to have spiritual success, when we try to have relational success, the enemy says, wait a minute, you're never going to have success in that area. You think you're going to do better, you're not. You think you're going to break that addiction, you're not. You think you're going to fix your marriage, you're not. You're not good enough. And he feeds us this whole bill of goods, these lies, to say you can't have success because you are unqualified, you are broken. And the enemy comes and he's the accuser of us, and he's the accuser of the high priest. And it says that Satan himself is standing at his right hand to accuse him, Joshua, as he stands before the angel of the Lord. Now watch this. The very next verse, but the Lord said to Satan, the Lord rebuke you, O Satan. The Lord who has chosen Jerusalem rebuke you. Is not this a brand plucked from the fire? Now Joshua was standing before the angel, clothed with filthy garments. And the angel said to those who were standing before him, remove the filthy garments from him. And then he said, behold, I have taken your iniquity away from you, and I will clothe you with pure vestments. I said, let them put a clean turban on his head. So put a clean turban on his head and clothe him with garments. And the angel of the Lord was standing by. So what happens is there's an accuser. Satan himself is coming, accusing the high priest. But as much as there's an accuser, there's also an advocate. There's an advocate standing on our behalf. An advocate is anyone who stands there who says, I have your back.